it's never been a day that I've ever heard anybody ever say that somebody else wrote Make It Bounce. Make It Bounce, from my knowledge, has always been James Soulja Slim Tap. So I'm trying to figure out why when I go through BMI credits for my brother music, Mr. Marcello is listed as a writer.
Wow. What was his association with?
It is none. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the dirty shit that people have done for years. To be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So then they tell me that I'm angry, but this is why I'm angry. Because people will sit with you and sit in your face and will eat at your table and been eating off of your people for over 20 plus years for something they absolutely had no hand in. So it's not anger, it's just betrayal. But this is the music industry. But it's absolutely fine though.
That's publishing. That's publishing, right?
That is.
So, damn, can y'all get that reversed? I mean,
Oh yeah, it's in the works now. So I'm revising it with them. I mean, it is what it is. I don't give a f. At this point, you're gonna 10% it out. I don't give a f what your deal was. If it ain't in paperwork, take your 10% and move along. You've eaten enough. So take your little 10% that I'm gonna continue to give you and move along. But that's it. It's the days of eating. Everybody else eating off of Soulja Slim is done.
I'll make it happen to ya. I ain't rapping to ya. I'll make it happen to ya. I ain't rapping to ya. Soulja, tell me how you do it.
2023 was the first year my mama touched a check from my brother music. I had to jump through hoops and barriers because people had to f shit up so bad to get my mama a check. So that's why I tell people, it's not anger, it's betrayal. Because all the shit that people have done is not love. They call it love, but they've all been out for themselves. I love my brother. And because I love my brother, I do whatever I gotta do to get what's supposed to be for him.
I'm an OG, the daddy, I still ride with my heat. But I'm coming closer with God, asking him to forgive me. Hear me out, nigga, feel my pain, it's all real.
it was a saying that when he passed that people was trying to get their hands on the music and trying to get their hands. Then I heard somebody or people that ran in the studio they were stealing things. Like they broke in the studio or some shit.
Yeah, so they kicked in the back door because they knew the back door. Like you had to be someone who hung out at the house. So you had to be a compadre, a person that knew that that door could be opened that way. So they came through the back and they took the computer and they took the laptop and something else. But everybody always knew that that was 12 o'clock. Yeah, everybody always knew. At least I thought. You know, they try to spin it off and say it was David from around the corner, but it was always 12 o'clock.
And then I had 12 took the laptop in the sense that he was protecting it because someone else would have came got it, you know.
No, he was just being a thief.
What did he end up doing with it?
Putting the music on the street.
Oh, wow, okay.
Putting the music on the street. So if you, like you said, had that intention, why was the music put on the street? Because you wanted to profit from it. You wanted to fluff your name up. 12 was his cousin, but he didn't know him like that. He didn't know him like that. Like they didn't grow up together. Like he met him later on down the line in life. And then 12 started wanting to be the boss. He thought he was the that the people wanted to see. He thought he was oldest, and that's who they came to see.
Oh, damn.
But they didn't come to see.
And every time the picture's painted to me, it's painted to me like they grew up together. You know,
No.
pajama parties and.
He didn't know him then. They met later on down the line when he was a grown man. Like my brother, we from New Orleans. They from across the tracks.
My cousin 12 o'clock and my cousin 12 daddy, and my grandpa is brothers. You feel me? That's why my dad and 12 used to be close. My daddy grew up in Bunch Village too. He used to be back there with them. You feel me? Like, you know. But they used to be like, man, your dad ain't really. He used to come back here, but he ain't really like it back here. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to go back uptown by his mom and them. You feel me?
Like, you don't really go over there that much. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his daddy, but like his relationship with his daddy wasn't like, oh, I'm going by my daddy on weekends. I'm going by my daddy across the. No, that's his daddy people. We don't know people like that. That's my nephew people. My nephew know them like that.
12 was older than Slim.
I think so, huh? Younger.
1 year.
Oh yeah, I'm like I think
I thought
like,
it was in my mind. You said he came and tried to become the boss. I'm thinking maybe because he was older and he maybe was an influence, you know, something like that. But if 1 year older, you know.
Look like DJ Charles.
If I want bad, I'll pay for it.
I was excited for them to hear the Fredo Bang song. He did do the I'll Pay For It featuring T Grizzly. So that was the first time that they actually lended out his vocals. This was the first time we did it. And it was.
Oh, so y'all were hands on with it?
Yeah, we were hands on with it. Like that Fredo Bang deal, I did that. I sat there with them people. I negotiated that deal. When they came with 30,000, I told them no. I was walking away, and they came back with a whole nother 30.
Just that quick.
And I'm like, we not doing it. Come with the bag.
You turned it down the second offer as well?
I didn't turn no. I gave him. I let him go with the second offer. So I took the 60. He also had publishing rights with it, so he gets publishing from it as well for the rest of his life, for the rest of my nephew kid's life. Like, I made sure.
That publishing,
It's not, and you got to make sure it's right.
It's stuck with my mother. Soldiers on my paper, my black Soulja Reeboks. I've been through some shit with them. Got a fresh pill when it's time to bust a fit with them.
So did Slim ever have a deal with Reebok? Because I know he made the Soldiers famous.
So
he actually made that name up, pretty much, right?
That's Soldier. Where it comes from. My brother always did call Reebok Soldiers. There was a deal that came back around for him with it, but someone who was close with us at that time intervened and overtook the deal. They told lies that they were the originators of that style of shoe. When we all know who made.
Somebody we know
he's a popular photographer in New Orleans.
What kind of money did he get from it? You know, like
I don't know. I don't think it couldn't have been much of nothing. Cause I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be negative. Like I said, I don't know. My thing is, if y'all love this man, like y'all said y'all love this man, it wouldn't even be this up as it is. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. Like, it wouldn't be as up as it is if the love that you said y'all had, you wasn't trying to get over, you was just trying to help. Like, betrayal. Thank you.
Damn, just man, I appreciate your strength. I already know your courage and your brain. I just the least to say right there, but just for you, hanging in there and giving it to us like that,
Oh, we gonna give it to him raw all the time. I told you it was gonna be raw.
Yes.
Uncut.
Yeah.
I told you what it was. It was not gonna be anything fabricated or anything to lie about. I was gonna be honest with y'all and let y'all know about where we come from as a family and who we are and what he meant to us and what we mean to him and just what we go through being from New Orleans. And when you lose somebody that you love, it's not the easiest thing and it's not easy to talk about, but I'm proud to say that we still talking about him years later.